Look what came today, all the way from Canada. My Charvel bass from Dave. I gotta say, the post from Canada to here is much faster than from here to Canada, here being California. So let's take a look at this. Well, it doesn't look like Customs got into it. Surprise, surprise, all the tape is still sealed on both sides. Very cool. There is, a hole. Interesting. Either that's an accident. Oh, there's two holes. Maybe they shoved a camera in there. Hold on. Fragile. God, I hope it's not a leg lamp. Oh, goody. I think that's my newspaper too, Dave. It's like Christmas in May. Might be able to use that for something. Oh, that could be the neck. Nope. What's this? Oh yeah. The neck plate, strings, screws. That's what I've really been waiting for. Let's check this out. See if I can do this with one hand. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I gotta play this on my amp that goes to 11. I wonder what that's for. Just kidding. That's the shim. But I cleaned up after Christmas last year. Well, so far so good. Nothing looks like it's been raped by Customs in any way. Get off me. Jeez. Still going. I wonder if I could put strings on it like this. That'd be an interesting bass. So, have you ever had that problem where you can't, like, find the end to, you know, unwrap it correctly? So, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to cut this off. Whoo-wee. Holy crap. This thing doesn't even look like the same bass. I'm not kidding. Incredible job, Dave. The finish on this bass, whoever had this before me played with a pick, and so the finish in between the pickups and the neck here had horrible pick rash going through here that I didn't think would come out without actually repainting the bass. So that's why I sent it to Dave so he could work his magic. And holy crap. Oh yeah, and linseed oil. Love that smell. Hold on. Okay, truss rod aligned. They put this little red mark here so I can line it up so that the neck is straight and the strings will have the correct action, because the bridge should still be set up. So I think we're good to go here. Oh yeah, and like Dave says, make sure you have the right Allen key that fits this so you don't strip it out. Okay, so ready to put the neck on. the 2 shims Dave sent, made out of the good material. This bass did have a shim in it before, and it was this weird material. It was almost like a sandpaper, but not a standard sandpaper. It was more like the screen type of sandpaper that they would use on sanding drywall finishes. It's a little better than regular sandpaper, but it needed more anyway, so here's the good stuff. And one thing on this bass, if there's any Charvel Jackson fans out there, what's nice about this is it actually has the model of the bass, which is a CSM-2B, written in the neck pocket here. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there that'll change the neck on a body and things like that, and it's kind of nice to have it in the neck pocket as well as on the headstock. So, okay, putting the neck on. So yeah, one thing I like to do when installing a neck is do 2 screws to get it started diagonal from each other. So here's another thing about Charvels. The most recognized Charvels are the ones, the same body style, PJ setup and whatnot, but they usually have a pointy headstock on them. That 80s hair metal type look, when, you know, the headstock comes out and kind of comes, it looks like a blade, it comes to a point. This is referred to as a beak headstock. It's much more kind of fender style. And that's what actually initially attracted me to the bass, is I like this type of headstock. I'm not too fond of the other Jackson style of headstock. And they were not too many of them were made like this, so I was lucky to find this one. And hold on. The pickups in this bass are the stock Jackson passive P-split coil and a jazz bridge pickup here, and it's a passive bass, and these pickups have actually pretty low output. They're not that strong, but I'm leaving them in here just because I want to keep the bass original. But I would love to put something hotter in here, but we'll see what I end up doing with it. It's not my primary bass by any means. I bought it really because it's all black, but so I'm going to leave these in. But if anyone out there is interested in a Charvel or a Jackson bass, if it's a passive bass, just let it be known these are not very loud. Okay, strings. On this bass, I'm going to be putting, these are Fender nylon wound 45 to 105 strings. I run these on a few different basses. It's a much different sound. It's not that tinny, bright sound. It's more of a softer tone. And these are the same gauge as the strings that I sent Dave to set up the bass with. So the setup will remain the same. I don't have to adjust anything because the string gauge is the same. I'm going to put these guys on here. So. Okay, and so here we are. Strings are on. And, you know, like Dave says, when you string, you know, you only need to take your string about 1 peg past the peg you're stringing, so that you don't have a gob of mushy wire wrapped around your tuning key peg. So don't be afraid to, you know, cut some of that off. I hate it when I go into a store and pick up a bass and it's got, you know, a ½ inch of string wrapped around this thing, ½ inch deep. But so anyway, there it is, all strung up. So I'm gonna take it downstairs and play it. I have no way to set up a camera down there to show you guys a demo, but Dave demoed this bass on the repair. But there it is. And so Dave, thanks a lot, man. I couldn't be happier. Love it. It will get played.